Good afternoon, children. Welcome to our politics class. Last week you are very busy with your exams and you are very tensed also. Everything is over. Now you are relaxed because your exams and everything is over. You are relaxed. So now you have to seriously come back to your studies. Okay. So today we can complete our fifth chapter, politics, judiciary. Last week we were discussing about judiciary. Okay. So today we can complete that one. The last point we were discussing, that is what are the different branches of the legal system. In that, what are criminal law and civil law? Everything is we were discussing. Okay. And today I'm going to take, does everyone have access to the court? In your textbook last point, fifth chapter last point, does everyone have access to the courts? Okay, so now you have to open your textbook, you have to take page number 61 and ready for the class and watch this video carefully and understand it. If you have any doubt, you can point out, and in Google Meet we can clarify all your doubts. Okay, children, all citizen of India can access the courts in this country. Okay, does everyone have access to the courts? That means all citizen of India can access the courts in this country. This implies that every citizen has the right to justice through the courts. As you read earlier, the courts play a very significant role in protecting our fundamental rights. If any citizen believes that their rights are being violated, then they can approach the court for justice to be done. While the courts are available for all, in reality, access to court has always been difficult for a vast majority of the poor in India. Okay, so children, that means every citizen of India can reach the court. Okay, they can access the court in this country. This implies that every citizen has the right to justice through the courts. If believe that our rights were violated, means we can go to the court and justice should be done. So that is one of the fundamental rights given by the constitution, is that right to constitutional remedies. That means everyone has the power to raise the court if their rights or fundamental rights were violated, means that the court will give justice. That is our system. Okay. Then our question is that while the courts are available for all, that means in reality, access to the court has always been difficult for a vast majority of the poor in India. Legal procedure involves a lot of money and paperwork, as well as take up a lot of time. For a poor person who cannot read and whose family depends on a daily wage, the idea of going to court to get justice often seems remote. So it is very difficult for the poor because the procedure of the court, and it not only that, it need more money also, and who are illiterate, who are not to read and write, that person can't understand the procedures, all these things. So they are very fear to reach the court. Okay, access the court. Then another one is that it is needed lot of money also for this procedure, and need to give a lawyer, appoint a lawyer for that money is needed. So all this, the reason it is not access to all, because it is access to all, but the procedure and the legal procedures and a lot of money also needed. That is why lot of poor people is not reaching to the access to the court. Okay. For solving this problem, what court has done? That is, in response to this, the Supreme Court in the early 1980s devised a mechanism of public interest litigation, or PIL, to increase access to justice. For solving this problem, what the Supreme Court was done in 1980, devised a mechanism of public interest litigation, or PIL, to increase access to justice. Public interest litigation, Malayalam, that is means Podu Talparya Harji. It allowed any individual or organization to file a PIL in High Court or at the Supreme Court on behalf of those whose rights were being violated. The legal process was greatly simplified, and even letter or telegram addressed to the Supreme Court or the High Court could be treated as a PIL. So that is the PIL. Okay, PIL means public interest litigation. This mechanism started in 1980. Supreme Court established for the poor people. and through this the legal procedure is reduced, and now a letter or telegram is enough. The court can take the cases. Okay, and not only that, this case no need to give that accused person, who can give related to that person, a public worker or any organization, any person can be related to that one, can be given a case. That means an incident is happened in Kerala, but the public interest litigation through that who are living in Tamil Nadu or who are living in Delhi also can give cases. Okay, so that is in your textbook. One photo is given there. Okay, many four photos given, and the explanation of that photo is given below. Just to read out that one. In first photo, that is this one. In 2001, the drought in Rajasthan and Orissa means that millions of faced a acute shortage of food. Okay, that is in 2001, a great famine is happened and drought is happened. Through that, many people were died and many families become in trouble, and they do not have adequate food also, very shortage of food. Then photo 2. Meanwhile, the government godowns were full of grain. Often this was being eaten away by rats. This problem is happened at that time. The same time, the government godown filled up with them full of grain, and that was eaten by rats. Okay, situation you look at. Then photo 3. Photo 3 is given. In this situation of hunger amidst plenty, an organization called the People's Union of Civil Liberates, or PUCL, filed a PIL in the Supreme Court. Okay, so not that people filed a court, who one organization. Okay, that is the name Civil Liberates, or okay, People Union of Civil Liberates, or PUCL, filed a PL in Supreme Court. Then it stated that the fundamental rights of life guaranteed in Article 21 of the Constitution included the right to food. The state excuse that it did not have adequate funds was shown to be wrong, because the godowns were overflowing with grains. The Supreme Court ruled that the state had a duty to provide food to all. So this group organization filed a case, and they are arguing that the government is saying there is no enough fund, but their godown is filled, and these grains were eaten by the rats. So why this is happened? Okay, then court is given a verdict, that is the duty is that the government duty is to protect right of the life of the citizen. Okay, so that is Article 22, right to life. That is a constitution given right to people, that is right to life. So that means the government have the right to protect these people. So that is a part of the right to life, is the part of the right to food. Okay, so that is this case. And photo 4 is, that is it therefore directed the government to provide more employment, to provide food at cheaper prices through the government ration shop, and to provide midday meal to children. It also appointed to food commissioner to report on the implementation of government schemes. So through that cases, what happened? More poor people got employment and employed. Then to provide food at cheaper prices through the government ration shop. And another one important thing is happened is, that is midday meal schemes. Last year in 7th standard we studied about midday meal schemes. Okay, that was done because of this incident. Okay, so this much things happen because of this PIL. So this PIL is case as given, not a accused organization. That means any person can give a case. Okay, so that is about PIL. Do you know that the midday meal that children now receive in government and government aided school is because of a PIL? Okay, so that is related to PIL cases. Okay, so that is public interest litigation. For the common person, access to courts is access to justice. The courts exercise a crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of citizens, and as you saw the above case, the court interpreted Article 21 of the Constitution on the right to life to include the right to food. Okay. They therefore ordered the state to take a certain step to provide food for all, including the midday meal schemes. So that is happened here because of this PIL. These many steps were taken by the government. The court verdict is that the right to life means it is a right to food also. That means the government should give food also to the poor. So they therefore ordered the state to take certain steps to providing food for all, including the midday meal scheme. So that is about PIL. I think you understood about PIL, public interest litigation. Then another issue that affects the common persons to access to the justice is inordinately long number of years that courts take to hear a case. Okay, so that is one of the important things. The issues that affects the common person access to the justice is very too much time is taking. That is very important. So that is also the justice delayed is a justice denied. Okay, it is often used to the characteristics this extend time period that courts take. So we know that if you give a case, long time is taking for verdict. Okay, it is going to at first it is going to lower court, and then we are going to appeal to high courts, and like that many procedures and long time is taking. So that means incident is happened, and maybe after that 10 years or 20 years after only the justice is happening. That is also one important problem issue. Justice delayed is justice denied. That means delaying justice is also justice denied. Justice is not giving. So that means in India the more court is needed. That means the judges also need to increase, and the more judges need to appointed, and the case should be some more fastly, and lower courts and higher courts some more we need to increase. Then only what can happen, this case can be speedily go. Okay, otherwise long time period will take. So that is also problem. So that is also need to solve. That is why there is a table is given in your textbook in that how many judges in Supreme Courts and how many can be there and how many is there now, everything is given there. So the for justice firstly if you need to get means we have to increase more lower courts and increase judges for the Supreme Court and High Court and other courts also. And like this happened means only what is the court can give fastly judgments. Okay, that is about today's class. So you have to read properly and understand it. Okay, thank you.